Tonight we come to honor a fine gentleman who has been a part of our community. Well, let's see, he's about 65. For 65 years, Mr. Larry Smith. Larry, come up and join me, please. It is a pleasure to talk to you, welcome you. Please join us, too.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll let you introduce your wife.
Yes, sir.
In a minute, we'll do that, if that's okay. But we're glad that. Thank you for all that you have meant to this great community. You know, Larry and I went to Lenore High together, played football on a championship team that we're still very proud of.
Amen.
Love to brag about that whenever chance we get. So I've had an opportunity to know Larry, like I say, a lot of those 60-some years. So thank you for all you've meant to our community, for being part of the city of Lenore, which you work for, part of, you served on our planning board, and certainly all the years that you've been a chaplain with our police department. At first, I'd like to present this resolution to you in recognition of your dedicated service. Whereas on the 6th day of July in the year of 1998, Larry Smith was appointed as a telecommunications officer for the Lenore Police Department by Chief Jack Warlick. That on June 12, 2002, he left Lenore's employment as a telecommunications officer to embark on a career in the private sector. That on April 4th, 2004, he applied with the Lenore Police Department for a position as a volunteer chaplain and was accepted for this role for the benefit of the citizens of Lenore as well as the employees of the department. That on June 10th, 2010, he was rehired as a telecommunications officer on a part-time basis, for which he worked a couple of months before resigning that assignment and continuing his role as a volunteer chaplain. Had some role changes in life. And that society and law enforcement as a whole has gone through many changes over the last 20 years, and he has stayed abreast of those changing trends to remain an effective and vital member of the Lenore Police Department. He has made significant contributions throughout his career. That, as of the date of this resolution, he has admirably and with great distinction served the Lenore citizens and police employees during the tenures of 4 police chiefs, and has formed close relations with the Lenore citizens and police employees through his genuine concern and professional dedication to duty. Since 2004, he has worked closely with the Lenore Police Chaplain Team and contributed to the success of the department's chaplaincy program that was implemented in 1993. That Chaplain Smith has served as pastor and associate pastor for a number of local churches in the community, served with a number of spiritual affiliations and on local boards to include Communities in Schools, the USMBC Leadership, NCD Leadership, and the City of Lenore Planning Board. He is also a member of the Caldwell Clergy Crisis Support Team and the North Carolina Sheriff's Chaplain Association. That Chaplain Smith has humbly served the City of Lenore and Caldwell County for over 2 decades, and will be moving out of the area sometime after February of 2020. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the authority of the mayor and the city manager, and on behalf of the city council, that Larry Smith has been an exemplary police chaplain and City of Lenore employee, and is himself the epitome of the professional clergyman and telecommunications officer. His contributions to the safety and well-being of the citizens of Lenore and officers of the Lenore Police Department will be held in high esteem and remembrance by his governing body, as well as persons impacted by his accomplishments. This, the 4th day of February, 2020. Larry, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations for what you've meant to this community and what you will continue to mean to wherever you are, Greensboro, I think,
Yes, sir.
and still a part of this state. But thank you very much for
Thank you,
for
sir.
being a part of that. Stay right here. And I'd like to present to you to take this with you.
Yay.
The highest honor that I can give you, key to your city, City of Lenore, that you grew up in, You've served well, you've loved, you've been a part of, and we're I was honored to present this to you. The key to the city of Lenore. Doesn't open much of anything. But it serves to show that you have been a great citizen of our community, and we're very proud of all that you have stood for and meant. I think he's going to get a picture. Let's get one together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief Phelps?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Podium is yours.
When years ago, I got to know Larry as one of our dispatchers. I was a young officer at the department at that time. There's a couple others that are in the back of the room that have some gray hair that were young officers when Larry was serving in the dispatcher role, and then he transitioned into the chaplain role. One of the things that I think is interesting to mention, Larry was our first for the city, our first African-American chaplain for the police department, and that's a great honor. The other thing that our chaplains do is they work for free. We compensate them in no way. We do buy their uniforms, but other than that, every bit of the time that they spend serving the officers and the citizens of this community is on them. And when you think about service beyond measure, that is a great example of that from our chaplains to our citizens. And so I could say a whole lot. I would probably get emotional if I spoke too much from my heart because I care about Larry. Because I know that Larry cares about us. And that's what makes the relationship special. The plaque says, presented to Chaplain Larry Smith. Thank you for the many years of continued service and support of the Lenore Police Department and the citizens of our area. And then a life verse for Larry, Hebrews 11. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. And for he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. Larry, I love you, and I thank you for all the service to our department and to the citizens for all these years. Thank you.
Sir. Appreciate it, Chief.
The other thing is, our police officers don't like coming to a lot of public things, and I didn't have to force anybody to be here. They wanted to be here on their own, and that says a lot for Larry.
Thank you, sir.
Podium's yours.
I'd rather not say anything because it's a bittersweet moment for me. I can't, please forgive me, but I cannot say it. I'm just grateful, first of all, to the Lord for this opportunity and for this wonderful community, and especially for these guys and the ladies that serve at the Lenore Police Department. They have been a blessing to me, and from what I understand, it's reciprocal. I don't know exactly what I did or what I may have said, to be helpful or a blessing to them, but anything that I have done, it's been in my heart to do. And I've just seemingly have had a love for law enforcement, and I was offered to be an officer, but I refused that position. But I'm grateful and thankful for the time that I have served for the city of Lenore. And I am sure enough grateful for my wife that the Lord has blessed me with, and thank her for attending with me in this. Keep me in your prayers, and I'll sure enough do the same for you all. God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.